We first have to ask you about Jay Powell's speech. There's been some feeling it was generally hawkish. What's your take on it as somebody he's going to try to persuade one way or another?
I don't totally know. I'm not to try to get in Jay's head. I thought he rightfully was respectful on this is not a mission accomplished announcement. We've seen progress for a few months on price inflation, which is what we need to see, highlighting the kind of the three areas of goods, services, and housing. But that the job's not done. You know, the inflation rate is still higher than where we want it to be. And so the implication being all this discussion about, oh, maybe we should change the target and declare victory, that you can't do that until you've hit the target. You can't just say, we didn't want it anyway.
Well, what's it going to take to hit the target? He raised the idea that the economy is growing faster than you all had expected, and therefore that could be inflationary, and you might have to take action against it.
Yeah, well, look, we might. I've been talking about what I call the golden path, which is not normally feasible. It's not normally an option for central banks. That if you could get inflation down without a big recession, that'd be a major triumph for the Fed or anybody. It'd be virtually without precedent. But we're part of the way down that road, and we've been getting good news. We just have to keep getting good news. I mean, I think the argument that there's a stable relationship, let's call it, between economic growth or the unemployment rate and the rate of inflation, that's a model, that's a theory, and that theory hasn't done very well. It wasn't doing that well even before the pandemic, and it hasn't done that well coming out of the pandemic. So I guess I would just have a note of caution. Let's not over-index on numbers like wage growth as an indicator of inflation, because historically that has tended not to be a leading indicator for price inflation. And let's not over-index on a quarterly growth rate, as that means what's about to happen to inflation, because we've been several months now where those two haven't been that correlated.